this morning. Thank you for tuning in. Good morning, good afternoon. Going to do another reading here. For some odd reason, it keeps picking that Urban Tarot deck for you guys for the collective. So obviously it's the one you guys seem to get the most enjoyment out of. Don't worry, I won't do this one on myself. This one will be just a generalized reading for the collective themselves. Hope you guys are all having a blessed and great day. Hope everything's working out for you. Maybe one more shuffle. It is Friday. We're out of the full moon. Mercury's back where it belongs. Alright, collective, so we still feel like we have a little bit of a target on us. Target on your back, people. Still kind of can't believe what's going on. Somebody's hot. Somebody's playing with fire. Trying to break illusions of something. Keeps wanting to dump. I just didn't want to go. Let's take a peek at this here. So, this is the truce card, right? It's a target on your back, or a target, right? But it came out in reverse. So, whatever's going on with the collective, people, you know, they aren't really, it's almost like you want to, they don't want a truce with us. They're kind of still thinking that everybody's kind of lost in their own little way, doing their own thing, kind of almost in a stagnant disbelief on everything. They're still wondering why we're not doing what they thought we would do. They're trying to like get us hot over something. They're trying to get us to act outside of character, right? That's what I'm almost going to seem. That's why it's a Prince of Wands, right? They're trying to get somebody to break out of character. They're trying to get you to break down, or maybe not understand why, they're not understanding what you're doing. They don't get how you can be so in touch with everything and be so inquiring with spirituality, but in their minds, they're thinking that it's like a voodoo thing that you're into, right? So that's kind of where they're at with it. That's why it's coming out in reverse, because they don't understand what you're really into. They're just caught up in the competition with everything, trying to make themselves look like they're better than what they really are. That's why you see a whole bunch of people raising up their hands, and there's a guy sitting up here kind of trying to be glorified, being lifted by the other people that are supporting him, right? They're trying to create a falsity because they don't know really what they're doing. They can't figure it out. That's why the Game Master comes out in reverse, right? So they can't figure it out. They can't get it. They don't understand. They don't know why. They don't see how. Everything keeps kind of just not working for them. They can't find the right relationship. They can't get themselves into where they need to go. Every time they try and step up on stage or they try and do something, they seem to get shot down. It's kind of really starting to bother them, and it's starting to cause them a lot of worry and grief over everything that's going on because they don't know where they stand or what they're going to do. It's kind of starting to waver on the idea of the freedom that they thought they had coming in. They're not seeing the pleasures that they used to see anymore, and they're starting to get a little bit more of that the pointy side of everything coming their way, right? Yeah, because they're trying to, you know, be a false alchemist, can't get everything figured out. They're trying to keep people stuck in cycles. They're too busy out drinking and having fun, destroying their inner child. So as you destroy your inner child with the more crap you do, it's just kind of how you do. And then you're going to wonder why you're so fortunate to still keep the things you have and why you have the stuff that you have. But pretty soon, everybody's going to figure out what's going on. This pinnacle run that you're trying to chase and get on is going to fall apart. The universe is starting to catch up with you is what's really going on right now. And pretty soon, you're going to get caught. It's just how it's going to go. You're going to have to face the judgment of everything that you've built and everything that you've done. You're going to have to come and meet your maker almost. You're going to have to come and sit in front of the prophet. You're going to have to come sit in front of that hierophant. You're going to have to face the disappointment. Understand that what you did kind of puked and went everywhere. The relationships you thought you were forming really aren't there. Your cup's not getting poured into at this point. They're not going to see a victory in the long run. You see how it's all just coming out in like a disappointment for them? But then there's us. We're just sitting there holding everything down, holding down the fort, ready to go. And then there they are. Their chariot's so out of whack they don't know which way to go. They can't defeat us. They can't seem to do anything. They can't interfere with what you're bringing to the table anymore. They can't take away where you're living. They can't do whatever they're trying to do. They can't, everything, they just can't. They can't do it. You are too high in a reigned area. You have too much power for them to even conquer. They can't even get to that point. Look at this. Look at all the power that we bring with us. We're an empress with power, and then we're backed up by an emperor. Come on. You think you're beating that? You really think you're coming at that? You don't have the strength to come at this. You know, you can't even do it. You're way too under the influence of things. You haven't even done enough work to try and figure this stuff out. You're still stuck over there in this little, trying to find this success of this lack. We're sitting there at the head of the table, ready to know what we need to do. We're not drowning in the sorrow anymore. We're not lost. We're not hung up on anything. We're not worried about people judging us. It's coming in fast. You guys are going to see this. It's just going to happen the way it's going to go. Look at it. You're done with it. You're not playing the game anymore. Look at it. Yeah. You're done. I want happiness. I want to go spy my sunset. I want to be celebrated. I'm doing all the change. I'm doing the work. I'm designing a new life for myself because I know we're worthy for it. We don't need to have the snake around our hearts anymore. We just need to relax, go enjoy the fact that we are a high priestess. Look, I'm just going to keep all the arcana as it comes up here. Look at that. We're not doubtful. We're not worried about it. Our crown's not in place. I want to teach everybody. Get in a new adventure. Bring peace. Alright guys, so hope you guys all have a great day. I might break this up into a couple different parts. Let me see how long it is when it's all said and done. But if you are enjoying what I'm doing, I think these are a little too long because I don't get a lot of people that watch all the way through. So, that's fine. The cards speak when the cards speak. It's how it goes. But I just want to thank you guys for everything. Have a great day. Enjoy everything. And I will be back around.